I really want to understand what are you guys up to making this whole new battlefield for entrepreneurs.
I'm a guy that I don't like to sit in one place. I'm a person that don't like comfort zone.
Yeah.
And every, I would say, year or two, I need to have a particular achievement. I'm so fed up from what I see, and I want to help people to achieve their potential.
Let's drive a change.
Let's drive a change. Life is a school that teaches you. My day starts with 2 hours of learning every day.
Do you think your background in athletics has really impacted or has influenced in your approach to business?
When you're in the ring, there is no way out. You understand?
Yes.
Either you fight or you get kicked. It doesn't matter how many times I fail, but when I succeed at one thing, it's a hit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Decoding Growth with Raman. Today we have a remarkable guest with us. He's tall, hot, and handsome. But that's not all. He's also an alpha in the business landscape, and personally, I'm very excited to learn a whole new business side of with him. A pleasure to have Seif El Hakim on the show. Thank you very much, Seif, for making it. I welcome you on my show.
It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be with you today.
But before I start my conversation, let me tell you one thing. Last week, I interviewed Darius Sudi.
Yeah, a close friend of mine.
Yeah, and we became friends in that 2 hours of time.
Yeah.
And he runs Gladiator Mastery and has also launched a beauty brand, right? I really want to understand what are you guys up to making this whole new battlefield for entrepreneurs. You are running an alpha movement. He's running a Gladiator Mastery. So before I jump into any of these conversations, I want to understand that first.
Look, regardless the masks or the branding of the thing, it's more or less the same. Being a gladiator or being the alphas, you're trying to build in people the characteristics and behavior and the skills that they need to win in the marketplace.
Okay.
These days we call it alpha. In the past we call it a gladiator. So
Okay.
more or less it's...
So new age versus old age?
It's not. It's about the branding. You know, what's close to your heart? There are people, gladiators are close to their heart. Sometimes other people, alpha is close to their heart. But more or less both are the same. That's why we're very close friends, actually.
Okay.
And we're combining hands in a lot of things with this regards, the movement.
So the way of communicating is different, but the goal is similar.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's great. So yours is an interesting journey, and you've been throughout the corporate life, family businesses, top 10 in Mr. Olympia,
Oh my God.
and then an acclaimed businessman. So I would like to understand personally what made you to take these 360-degree turns and decisions to get into this alpha movement.
To the alpha movement. Okay. My journey, I would say it's more or less similar to a lot of people's journey. Where I finished my
people?
Journey.
Okay.
Like I finished my university, then I got a corporate job, and this corporate job, the idea that I jumped to a corporate job when I finished university was something actually out of the blue. I was not the type of a guy that I want to study, want to pursue a super career. I was into sports more and. Some challenging moment happens into your life that completely switch you, change you. And I had a couple of them during this.
And what for those?
You totally understand, the teenager, fan of sports. And at that time, I was studying with my cousin, just to make me pass school. Like before the exams, you have 2-3 hours with your cousin. Okay, tell me what is important, and then you shoot it, and thank you very much. And one day I was sitting and studying with her before the exams, and my aunt, which is I would say my second mother, came and said, "Why are you wasting time with this kind of idiot? Focus on studying yourself so you can get the grades." You know, this kind of things hit me super hard.
Sometimes these are life-changing moments.
Exactly. Hit me super hard, which made me to switch, I would say, 180 degrees. And I left them, I went to my room, I locked myself, no more sports, no more anything. And I focused too much on my studies. So I graduated with honors. So this was a pivotal moment in my life. Then from that thing. After university, I joined a corporate career in a corporate job, and it was in a telecom operator back in Egypt, known as Orange these days. And I felt so comfortable, and everything was fine. Nothing. I was a very good employee. I was always finding to stand out, making things in quarter of the time.
Alpha from that age.
Absolutely. And I would say that this happened from the sports. Being a kung fu player, always in a fight, it builds a character in you. And when I was in the corporate job in the telecom operator, an opportunity passed by through a family friend and said like, okay, Samsung is hiring. And it was what is called the Global Leadership Program. So Samsung Global was looking for talents across the globe to take them, put them in headquarters, train them, work in the headquarters, then send them back to local markets to lead the business. And at that time, I didn't want to leave my country. I had my comfort zone. I was good at job, have my friends, my family, but I said like, simply let me try. I went to the interview. It was like, I would say like 10, 15 people from different nationalities across the region. And I was out of a corporate job. So I was looking at the watch and asking the lady, like, when is my interview? I need to go back to my job. And the lady looked at me and said like, Seif, you're Egyptian. Egyptians are lazy. Anyways, you're going to lose.
Oh, okay.
You know, I kept looking around me like, did you just said this to me? And, you know, suddenly just to fight back, and I said, okay, let's do a deal. If I win, then you resign from the company.
Okay.
In front of everyone. I have to win. I have to fight back. And, you know, my background is engineering. Okay, so I was even working in an engineering job, a telecommunication job. And this global leadership program, the pitch for the panel was all about marketing. And I had no idea about marketing. On these days of the interviews, I made it upside down to win. And I won. And this completely changed my trajectory of life. Went to South Korea, started my career job in South Korea. Then I moved to Moscow, stayed in Moscow until I reached the CMO level. Then from Moscow, I reached the top. Like there was no growth after for a foreigner. Then I left, joined my family business. It's in real estate, tourism, restaurants in Turkey. Then I've been around. Until COVID hit.
Okay.
Then when COVID hit, I'm a guy that I don't like to sit in one place. And COVID taught us to sit in one place. I was locked in my house, saw every inch of it, and I knew it by heart. And then I start to, I need to do something. I need to do something more. So my online presence becomes stronger. I start to mentor people. I start to coach people. So I started, I'm doing an alpha movement, which means I'm so fed up from what I see, and I want to help people to achieve their potential.
Let's drive a change.
And
so in
alpha.
this entire journey, right, when you did all of this, what made you to enter into Dubai market and enter into a Dubai sports competition as well, right?
Okay. I'm a person that don't like comfort zone. And every, I would say, year or two, I need to have a particular achievement. Okay? It's something that I respect in myself. Being in Mr. Olympia, it was back in 2014. Okay? This was a year that I saw no significant achievement that I had. Okay? Then I decided, I was going to gym. Gym is part of my life. So I was going to gym, and then I decided once, let me apply for a Mr. Olympia, and let's see what's going to happen. You know, when your circle around you start to make fun of you, like who you think you are, you just started, like all these things. Let's see until it happens. Then I made it to Mr. Olympia, top 10 place, and so sports is part of me. You understand? Like, even if I don't go to gym, I have like 30, 40 minutes per day. I do my workout. It's part of my lifestyle. Coming to Dubai, it's a totally different thing.
Okay.
Life taught me, as long as I'm in my comfort zone, I don't grow.
That's true for everyone, I believe.
But some people stay complacent in their place and they just talk about it. The difference is talking and taking an action. Moving around in different countries is I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Like going to South Korea, it's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Going to Moscow, it's a completely out of my comfort
Right.
zone.
If moving from Egypt to Russia is a completely different
Exactly. So these are all exiting my comfort zone, but I see the feedback and I see, you understand, the important thing is that you reflect on yourself. I see the feedback on me that I'm developed, I reached my goals, and I was at that time in Turkey, and I felt, okay, I'm Turkey, I reached the goals that I set for myself, with the business, with my growth, and by looking at the map around me, okay, the only place that there is a lot of opportunities and competitive, so it powers me up.
Yeah.
And within
Inspires you to do better and better and better.
100%
Yeah.
on the day, every day you need to beat yourself.
Yeah.
And according to all the countries around us, Dubai or the UAE is the most, I would say, the best place to be in right now. And that made the move, which is a year and a half back.
So you're known as the global authority in business,
Yeah.
leadership, and the success, I would
Yeah.
say. And so what would be the key principles which you would attribute to these all successes in your life?
Okay, from I would say 100%, it's all related to my mindset, because I can learn any skill you want, or I can win anything that
It's a
I'm
growth
in.
mindset.
It's a mindset thing at the end, because the skills, again, I dedicate myself to learn whatever skill that I want, because I'm a person that believe in a long life is a school that teach you, and you cannot finish school. So, for example, my day starts with 2 hours of learning every day.
And what do you do?
Whatever my goal is, I break it down into a list of skills that I need to develop on a quarterly basis.
Okay.
And within this quarterly basis skills, I every day have 2 hours to study it. I have a roadmap that I follow. Like, I buy the best 5 books on it. I see the best 3 courses.
So there is a discipline around it.
100%. Discipline and routine and system that I can't mess it up.
And that too, the discipline would be through a process.
Through a process, it's like when
So
somebody
what time
tell
do
me,
you wake up in the morning?
I would say between 6 and 7, like 6 and 7 in the
So you
morning.
start early and then,
I start early, but I don't leave home before 12.
yeah. That's
So
true.
people tell me, no, why you don't go to the office early? No. From 6 to 12 or 7 to 12, this is the time that I'm the most productive, and I have the ability to focus on developing myself, killing the most important things before you start the hassle of the day.
Yeah.
Because once you start the hassle of the day, everything is lost. I had an incident before replacing. This is an important one for everybody listening to us. When I was in headquarters Samsung in my early times, okay, the moment came that they told me, I will come back to this question, but this is important for everyone, that I got a call from HR, and they told me, Seif, come to HR. So I went to HR. The guy sitting in front of me said, like, Seif, it's time now you finished your time in Korea, you need to go back to Egypt. And at that time, I didn't want to go, okay? I wanted to continue my international experience, get the exposure, being in headquarters, all this was on my map. Going back now wasn't on my map at all. And at that time, I was very strong in South Korea, Samsung. Like, I was a high-performing employee, And so I looked at the HR, very simple. And I said, look, I'm not going anywhere. All the vice presidents, the executives in Samsung headquarters want Seif to stay in the headquarters. So I'm not going anywhere. So the guy came towards me and whispered. And imagine, what did he say?
What?
Seif, put your ego down a little bit. I can replace you with an empty chair in 2 seconds.
Oh, God.
This made me to try to think, that's why came the clarity, to think a little bit in the future, what can go wrong, okay?
So will you say that you got clarity that at that point in time, that does not matter what you do, how best you are replaceable.
You're replaceable. That's why I'm telling you, till this day, I have 2 hours of my time per day that I develop myself.
Right.
Because I promised myself that nobody will come and tell me you will be replaced again. Okay? So I keep developing myself, things change, technology change, skills change, your goals change. So you need to make yourself super valuable that if you work in a company or if I'm a partner with you in a business, that you see my value. So you can't come and tell me, Seif. So this is something that changed my life.
So, but do you think with the growth mindset and having that, I would say, the culture of performance,
Yeah.
do you think your background in athletics has really impacted or has influenced in your approach to business or your leadership?
I believe so. I believe so in what sense? When you're in the ring, there is no way out. You understand? Either you fight or you get kicked. So I believe being a kung fu fighter is something that built in me a character, that the persistence, that I never give up.
The never give up attitude.
Never give up attitude. If I got knocked out, I stand up again and I fight back. So, okay, it happens from sports. But I do believe that anybody can cultivate this in themselves. And I always say to people, just build confidence in yourself. And usually people come and ask, what? How do you build confidence in yourself?
Yeah, that's
the question.
That's the key.
You know, the key is super simple. Rack wins during your day. And what do I mean by racking wins? Like, all my day going out, I'm trying to collect wins. I'm trying to collect evidence that I did something that I want. It could be the simplest thing, it could be the hardest thing. For example, going to gym, I will consider it that it's a win for me for this day. Making sales call for a particular thing. When I do it, I rack the win. I acknowledge it. I reflect on it. I keep collecting wins. And by that, your confidence will go. Again, confidence is a result. It's not a state of mind.
But does that mean that you look for validations?
No. It's different. I'm not asking you to tell me I'm good.
Okay.
I'm saying, part of self-confidence is being true to myself. When I say I'm going to do this, then I do it. A lot of people don't have the confidence in themselves because they can't be true to themselves. I'm going to do this, and that.
Yeah.
And at the end, they don't do it. So how do you, if this, you don't respect yourself. So your confidence drops. It's not about validation.
Okay, great. So the majority of audience for our show is the aspiring entrepreneurs, the engaged people, and this ever-changing competitive business landscape. What are the qualities, or I would say the key attributes, a founder or a new age entrepreneur should be carrying with themselves to make it to a grand success?
Couple of things. In order to start something, you have to have a vision for it. Okay. After having a vision, you need to. The problem these days that we have is people really, their skin becomes so soft. Okay, which means.
What do you mean by that?
Means by that, like, nothing in life is easy. You built a company.
Yeah.
You're exiting a company. You pass through this journey. It's not an easy journey. I can see you in front of me, smiling, happy, but your backstory, your journey is extremely painful, and I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true.
So a lot of people these days.
Every business, every journey has its own issues.
I always say that the people see 10% from the reality.
Yeah.
They see the positive side, they don't see the negative side.
Right. Or the struggles, we would say.
Try to be that you have a never give up attitude, but that doesn't mean that you don't pivot. Sometimes you start something and then down the line, you don't need to be an idiot. You understand? You keep hitting on something
and
when all the factors...
that might help you to differentiate between an average leader to a performing leader.
100%.
Yeah.
And cultivate the team around you. Nobody wins alone.
Yeah.
You need to have a team that's have the same values as you, have the same vision as you, and drive the boat with you.
Yeah.
I was having an interview with one of a great successful businessman in Middle East, I would say. Why I'm saying this thing? Because there is something that calls for entrepreneurs. You need to put your sleeves up and get your hands dirty. A lot of people think when becoming an entrepreneur...
But these days, the people coming out of the universities, they do not want to make their hands dirty.
this is a good thing, because I'll tell you what, my school, I'm coming from a school, maybe it's different than the school that you come from, which is, I believe that entrepreneurs, I recommend from them to go have a job, understand how the business works,
Okay.
see the system, see the process, see the revenue model, see. After a couple of years, once you build this in you can go on your own and build your own business. So when people tell me, do you believe that people should go to corporate or not? I'm from the school, yes, let them go to corporate, let them learn, let them see. When somebody tells me I want to open a marketing agency, go to a marketing agency and work.
Yeah.
It's the fastest way to understand the business.
And work like an entrepreneur within that agency or within in that company and deliver beyond your KRAs or KPIs or assigned to you.
100%. And don't forget that you're learning in a company, you're learning for free.
Yeah.
Okay, you're getting paid. Yes, you're working, but that's not work, that's learning.
Yeah.
So get the experience from corporate, then move to your entrepreneurship journey. So during my journey in Samsung, I start to try myself being an entrepreneur. Okay, I start to run a couple of business on the side, try to understand, because I had the financial backing. I'm a Samsung executive,
Yeah.
so I have the cushion to try.
Correct.
I wanted to try my skills to become an entrepreneur. I tried a couple of businesses, understood how things are going. If we have the time, I can tell you what kind of businesses from trading, supplements, F&B, sport, whatever you think. I was keeping trying. I call myself, I'm a mad scientist. I always like to try.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times I fail, but when I succeed at one thing, it's a hit. So I was preparing myself that this moment will come.
And do you believe in failing fast?
And big. Not only fast and big.
So you also tried your hands in family business.
Yes. Give me
Right?
this pen, I'll show you something. It's interesting. Why you told me fail fast?
Because your mentality of trying new things and even if you don't succeed, you're able to get up and do it again.
True.
That's the mindset.
Yeah.
But if you are not failing fast, and I believe in failing fast and doing things again, because I have that motivation with me, because even if I'm failing and I have that courage with me, even if I fail at this point in time, I can make it happen again.
100%. There is something called the success pendulum. Have you heard about it?
Not really.
Success pendulum is, you know, a pendulum that moves right and left,
pendulum,
right?
I know, yes.
So it's called the success pendulum because it's a pendulum.
Yeah.
You have one side of it.
Yeah.
It's joy, happiness, success. And the other side
Sadness.
is pain, sadness, failure.
Yeah.
And it's a pendulum.
Yeah.
Most of us as people, we just hover like this, which is called the comfort zone. A little bit of failure, a little bit of success. A little bit of failure, a little bit of success. The magic or the secret is when you push the pendulum.
Exponential way.
Exactly. You push the pendulum.
Multiplier effect.
Exactly. And it flies to success.
Right.
That's why it's, as you said,
Yeah.
fail fast,
Yes.
but fail big.
Yeah, correct. And do it again. You know. So coming back to the family businesses. Did you ever get a feeling that you're holding a fancy designation being in your family business, but you're not able to contribute much? And why I'm asking this? Because when I started doing this podcast, and now I meet a lot of people, and I met one of our close friend, Avinash, who runs insurancemarket.ae, right? So he has also transformed his family business. And I asked him this question, that when you are kind of building onto your family business, you carry a lot of baggage on your shoulders, right? And you have that pressure of performing, but you do not get a chance to make many changes in your family businesses because it's been running for years.
Yeah.
And people who were running it, they feel that that's the best way to do the business.
My story in this is has a little bit twist in it.
Yeah.
You know, I left Samsung
Yeah.
as a corporate executive,
Correct.
as a chief marketing officer. And you understand, a chief marketing officer in a blue chip company, it's all the rings and bells that comes with it.
That's true.
Comes with it from performance, delivering results, being all over the place, all over the media, all over the TV. So I'm leaving this position, I don't want to say with this attitude or this ego, but in this frame. Okay? Moving to family business. The first 6 months was hell. Literally hell. Why hell? Because being in corporate is totally different than being in on your own business, running your own business.
Right.
It took me 6 months to understand corporate versus being a street smart.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur, it's a street smart.
That's
and
true.
Your tolerance to risk taking has to be very high.
Very high.
The second thing is the skills that you need to be an entrepreneur that makes you an entrepreneur is different than the skills it needs you to be a corporate executive. One of them is corporate executive, you need to be a politically smart person.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
You need to be politically correct every time.
Exactly, to navigate corporate.
Through that corporate ladder.
100%.
Yeah.
And being an entrepreneur is a totally different game.
Yeah.
It's a totally being a street smart. You need to know, you have the idea how to do things, do it fast, do it yourself, bring money to make the business move.
Mm-hmm.
I had a big thing, a big miss in Samsung, I would say. I made a campaign once, it lost a lot of money. And I thought I'm gonna be fired. Okay? The president called me, said, Seif, come. So I came to him, I said, like, okay, I'm being fired, right? He said, no. Did you learn the lesson?
Yeah.
I said, absolutely, I did. He said, go back to work. That's a cushion of corporate. Okay.
Yeah, but in a business, you can't have that.
In entrepreneurship and your own business, you do a big mistake, you're done.
Yeah.
So it took me 6 months.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an easy journey. And even I tell to the people that I speak to that I had a moment, and that's the pivotal moment also that happened to me. I woke up one day at night, and on my way to the washroom, I look at myself in the mirror, and I see a person that I absolutely don't know. No confidence. I look, who's that? What are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? All these kind of doubts that hits you. And as you hear, as if somebody's telling you, go back to corporate. You were a star there. Why are you putting yourself into this? You understand? You know the self-doubt journey.
Yeah.
And like when just clicks into your head and you remember the people that believes in you, like your family, your mother, they rely on you. And I had a vase next to me. I took it and I smashed this mirror and I said, I don't want to see this person again. And I completely, what did I do? I bet on myself. I learned, I studied the skills that needed to be a successful entrepreneur. And that's what made me a successful entrepreneur.
So you mentioned about coaching, mentorship, etc. In your experience, how important it is, the role of, say, a mentor in somebody's life for personal or professional growth, and how one can make a change, how one can differentiate their life of living?
Absolutely important. There are a lot of people, they think that there is no need to, first of all, have a mentor. I'm a king. You understand? That's an attitude. The second thing, no need to spend on it, right? They're absolutely wrong. If you tell me any kind of goal, if I have whatever goal, and what is the easiest way to get this goal to be realized? So the easiest way to get your goal is to what? Is to model somebody. You need to follow a model that passed, a person that walked through your path. That's the easiest way. The strategies, the tactics, the learnings. I can ask you, what books do you read?
Yeah.
What books did you read about being a great real estate person? Right? I'll read the same books. Did you go to training courses? Yes, this and that. What kind of things that I need to take care of? The red lights.
Yeah.
What are the flags? That's the role of mentoring. It saves you time. It saves you money. Money means the losses that you're going to make by having a wrong decision.
So I'll put you as the global speaker and influencer these days. How will you explain, or what will you attribute to the content marketing strategies these days?
Mm-hmm.
Do the bigger brands, do they really understand the power of content marketing these days?
Like this thing changes over time. And the best thing, the time when I was in Samsung, there was no content marketing, okay?
Yeah.
And then the second phase was celebrity marketing, influencers marketing. Then we passed the celebrity and influential marketing, going to the micro influencers, and. So these over time, it changes. Do I see that the brands now do understand the importance of content marketing? Yes, they do understand the importance
To what
of
extent?
it. The problem with big brands, they're rigid.
They don't want to make a change.
Exactly, they're rigid. Okay, it's like a Titanic boat. To make the Titanic boat switch this way,
Yeah.
you have to go through an approval path, which is crazy. But as entrepreneurs, I say we are on a speedboat.
That's
You
true.
can come and talk to me about something. Oh, it's an idea, guys. Go to the right, go to the left. We're not Titanic.
Yeah.
We are a speedboat.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between extremely big brands established, where the corporate structure is already set, and small businesses or mid-sized businesses that having the easiness in changing direction, moving with the trend quickly. That's our power, actually.
What legacy you would like to leave in the worlds of business, leadership, and sports?
Okay, sports, I would say it's not on my map.
Okay.
Something to play with. It's something that I need to take care of my health in order to keep going ahead. Okay. So that's the sport. In business, as a legacy or entrepreneurship, when I was in Samsung, I had a great mentor. Okay, at that time, the guy is it's a Turkish guy. He's still in Russia, but that guy taught me what is the value of helping people, guiding people, and mentoring people.
Okay.
10 plus years now, I still remember this guy. And that's the legacy I want
That
to
has
leave.
really made a mark on your journey.
100%. And I want to be the cause or the catalyst for people to succeed in their life. Either it's a business or entrepreneurship. When the mark that this guy left on me, it's worth, I'll not say even, I can't count it in money. Do you
So
understand
what do you
this
do
level?
these days to sort of transpire this or transfer this kind of mentorship which you got?
I have different platforms that I try to help people.
Yeah.
Which is all under the Alpha movement.
Okay.
One of them is, I would say, an online training platform.
Okay.
The second is through my podcast.
The Alpha Talks.
Exactly, the Alpha Talks.
Yeah.
The third is a book series
Okay.
that has my journey, and more series are to come, has my experience, the skills that I developed, and I do actually mentor in the American University in Dubai. So
Okay.
these are the things that I can do.
So you love meeting new age people, you love meeting
Yes,
students?
absolutely.
And do you think you get to learn from them?
I love the energy and the passion that the young people bring.
Do you think they're more fearless now?
100%. So the ambitions are higher, and sometimes it blinds.
Yeah.
In most moments, it blinds. Because again, it's the idea of why the keeping with the Jones, why these having this and I can't. No. Their journey is different than you.
Yeah,
Their
correct.
path in life is different than you.
Right.
You're comparing 10 years of their time to your level 1.
Yeah.
So that's why, but the drive that happens with the ambitions is something
It's
to notice.
different. Thank you very much. I'll move on to my rapid fire round now.
Ooh.
Okay. And we'll go ahead with our first question, which is what is your favorite workout routine?
Oh my God. Bench and buy.
Okay. Do you follow a strict diet?
I try to cut off sugar, salt.
Favorite cheat meal?
Cheat meal? Oh my God. Big Mac. I love Big Mac, but I think the last time I ate Big Mac, I think years plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the most challenging decision you have ever made?
Moving from Egypt to South Korea.
What's the most underrated quality for success?
Underrated? Grit.
Okay. A significant achievement in your career that you are particularly proud of?
Being awarded by the Russian president.
If you had continued to be a bodybuilder, what would have been your signature move?
Oh my god. Oh my god. A bench flex. Yeah.
Okay, again. If you could challenge any celebrity to an arm wrestling match, who would it be and why?
Schwarzenegger.
And why?
Because he's the best.
Okay. What's a common myth about business that you would like to debunk?
Life is easy. Work-life balance.
Entrepreneurs today, over smart or over ambitious?
Both.
Both. Your style statement: casual, smart dressing, business suit, or bare chest?
Oh shit, why the last one? Casual more.
Casual.
Now,
Best piece of leadership advice you have ever received?
leadership, lead by example.
Lead by example. Lead from the front.
True.
Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Beach.
I would like you to sum up in one sentence the alpha movement.
One sentence. Be responsible about your life in general.
Okay. How do you stay?
Or make it happen.
Make it happen. That's, I think, would go more.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated on tough days?
Oh, I don't believe in this word at all. Being motivated. I'm not.
Do you
that
think
type.
every day is a tough day?
Every day?
If you want to achieve something,
It's every day is a tough day.
and you'll have to work really hard to achieve that.
Motivation wanes. The only thing that keeps you on your track is
Yeah.
your discipline that you have.
So you hate word tough days. Okay,
Yeah.
great. What's your big goal for the future?
My kids will be very proud of me and my journey.
It is great to listen to all your thoughts. It has been a pleasure hosting you on the
Same
show.
here. It's a pleasure. Thank you for
I
having me
learned
today.
it a lot, and I hope to see you
Once again.
soon again.
And I will see you in the Alpha Talks.
And we'll have a conversation around.
Thank you
very
very
much
much.
for making
Appreciate
it.
it. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. And that's the wrap for today's conversation with Seif El Hakim. His journey and insights have been extraordinary, from being an athlete to transforming into a business icon and a leader of the Alpha movement. We thank him for being on the show, and we look forward to hosting him again with new milestones. And for you guys, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for some very interesting conversations on Decoding Growth with Raman. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.